check it out. Welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. Pumpkin pie, we're looking at a Bitcoin price of around $58,000. This is what it looks like on the 2-hour chart. Of course, we are praying that we do V-bottom kind of out of here. Okay, that's what we're praying. We have seen this like little higher low thing. But man, I've been in markets long enough. It really wants to do this. It really wants to just, if it wants to do that, it will, okay? Okay, so everyone's just waiting to see what's going on. Everyone's losing their mind. I just listened to Corey, Spaghetti Meatballs Corey, sing for 2 minutes about Richard Hart. It was kind of funny as well. This is what happens, man. Fez, it's kind of funny, man. It's literally as soon as the music stops, everyone's like, okay, it's all over. It's literally all over. Man, it's different to the stock market, friends. In the stock market, they have $60 billion of Ponzi money coming in every month. $60 billion, right? Guaranteed bid. And they're not allowed to take it out. It's your retirement. They're literally, you're signing up with your employer. You're not allowed to take it out. And yeah, that makes it go up most of the time. Okay, so it goes up for like, 4.5 to 5.5 years and then drops for like 6 months to a year. So it's going up 85% of the time pretty much, and it's dropping 15% of the time. Crypto is inverse. Crypto is literally inverse. Out of the whole cycle, yeah, we are dropping 85% of the time and we're rising 15% of the time. It's true. If you take 4 years pretty much, there's only like, about 3 months where it's actually going amazing. 3 months is around 90 days, friends. Yeah. Remember the parabolic part? Well, there's 100 days of the mania, right? No, it's actually the final 50. So there's 2 old season waves. They both last 100 days, right? But the first 50 days is nothing. It's just like walking up. It's the 50 days of old season wave number 1, and it's 50 days of old season wave number 2. That's your Doge doing the final burst and everything going absolutely ballistic. Think about that, man. It's literally, that's 100 days, friend. 100 days. That's nuts. 100, just look, 100 days out of, oh my gosh, 3.5 years. That's just, it's such a small amount of time. But yeah, that's the reality we deal with. That's because crypto, we constrict supply. That's why. That's the whole reason why we're able to do that. And in crypto, there's a lot of shilling in a good way. So, you don't really have a necessity to buy Johnson & Johnson stock, baby bump powder. You don't have a necessity to buy it. And you know what? They can keep minting more shares and dumping on you. But when it comes to crypto, because it's half equity, half commodity, it runs out. It literally runs out. There's no more on the shelf. And these things go super, super, super wildly high. And they're slow. They're small market caps relative to what the stock market is. That's why these numbers actually absolutely blow the roof off. But speaking of blow the roof off, play some nice gentle pump music. Because, hey, I changed the emojis, friends, in my juicy news. I've changed them to orange, okay? Orange for Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's still going to be a bit hazy, of course. Also, I want to show you this, friends. The Hawk Tuah girl. It's getting really annoying, by the way. I've saw you guys realize, like, we're on minute 14 of your 15 minutes of fame. Man, what broke my heart, I saw tattoos already. People actually got tattoos of the Hawk Tuah girl. And I'm thinking, bro, you're telling me there's nothing going on in your life. And then when that thing came along, you're like, yes, finally, I can imprint my skin with this random girl who's never going to suck me off or look at me in the first place. I'm going to get a tattoo of her because it's popular this weekend. Just couldn't believe it. Friends, as soon as I saw it, I was like, what? Of course, it makes sense. How do you think 95% of the population is just a bunch of sheep? Duh. You know what I mean? And just, it got famous. It's a necessity to want to fit in, friends. Now, why I'm showing this video is it's actually a surprise. Look what AIs have been able to do.
What?
You know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you got to give them the Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you got to demonstrate.
Hawk Tuah and spit on it.
Wow, man. I mean, I'd go. Why not? You're not going to see that again. My mind works differently, friends. It's not even a mind anymore. You know what I mean? So, bullish on AI, I guess. Oh, man. Our friends, just look. On one hand, starting to get annoying. On the other hand, you're like, interesting. I wonder what crypto is going to do to more people like that. You know, I'm talking about the tattoo person, right? And I actually found the post that I made for October. This thing. Okay, so people actually getting this stuff. Right, it's just, well, I don't even know if it's real. Like, there are people do this. I know, you know for a fact people do this. They get so inspired, man. And like, that's why I even wrote here, whenever you're feeling sad about crypto prices, just remember there are losers out there getting tattoos of memes that lasted 15 minutes before we moved on to the next thing. And they will be our top buyers later on too. Yeah, man, it's a game like that, you know. And I have absolutely no empathy or remorse for them because they're literally spitting on you right now. Right, literally right now. They're the same people. Now, of course, friends, the most important thing, okay, the core of everything is, okay, why isn't crypto moving up? Well, 4-year cycle. It's interesting, right? So, but a lot of people don't, obviously, they want to know, like, what about the 4-year cycle, man? What actually happens? Okay, well, friends, all the governments, they print money and they send it out to the banks. Okay, obviously the bank prints the money, but it goes away, it weaves its way around all the insiders. They basically take a piece of the pie, and it's all these like overly complex piece of crap. It's just moving database cells between each other, and there's a lot of they take spreads from each other. Okay, so like say, hey, I'm moving like $10 million from like this account to this account, and the bank will take like, you know, like a tiny bit from that, and it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, now what ends up happening is eventually, okay, these banks, they got a lot of money, and all these financial institutions got a lot of money. Okay, they do it every year. So they got a percentage of the money supply. Remember, they're printing like at least 5% per year. Okay, the real number's 7, but it's at least 5. They're printing 5%, but they're giving workers 3%. So where's the other 2% of the money supply going? Well, it's compounding every year, and it's handing out to all the insiders. Cantillon effect. Now, what they end up doing is, friends, though, is a lot of them do go splurge. They have more money for, I don't know, like buying stocks, expanding capital equipment, whatever it is for all these other businesses, okay? So that's what ends up happening. Now, eventually, though, it makes it into the crypto buckets, okay? But before we get the mania of the crypto buckets, the stonks keep going up, okay? Stonks. And one of the stonk market indexes, though, the Russell 2000, this is the small cap, okay? It is still 21% away from making a new high, okay? It is not up here, okay? So if you actually go check everything else, like for example, I'll show you the S&P 500. Have you noticed this is well into the new high territory? I mean, it's broken the high by like 17%, okay? So that is the most important part as well. I mean, like even if you want to go down here, you can even check the NASDAQ, right? NDX. It also broke the all-time high. So the Russell's still down here, friends. The Russell is literally still down here. The Russell's been doing that. So what is the Russell? Russell is just the small cap stocks, pretty much, okay? It's risk. So remember, it's not the spear of the stock market. That's the S&P 500, pretty much. So you have the Dow, the tech stocks, all these are big ones, right? They are beaming new highs. But there's just one thing left, and that's Mr. Russell. Now, Mr. Russell, right? He wasn't always the laggard in any of the other cycles. They just sometimes they take turns. It is what it is, okay? But pretty much what we call an expansion in markets is where like everything makes a new high. So why we expand is literally like, oh my gosh, we've made the whole pie bigger. Okay, it's just like in crypto, right? If the total crypto industry makes a new high. Now, we are waiting for Mr. Russell to finally pop that high. Okay, now here's the thing. A lot of people are nervous now. They go, well, how do we know Mr. Russell is even ever going to do it? Because all they're saying is this chart, right? And they go, well, you're still 21% away. You know, how do we know you're ever going to do it? Look, man, yeah, look, you don't know anything, friends. Of course, it's a stock market, man. It's imaginary digits, right? It is what it is. A lot of like weird pre-programmed stuff going on. However, if we just go back to this magical 4-year fractal of my other BTC chart, okay, we are due to start moving, you know, around mid-August. August, September, October, around this period. I wouldn't be surprised if the Russell's starting to push up there. However, I never want to rely on that. That's why if you know me by now, friends, I never, ever like to just say, oh, this is definitely happening. You want to know why? Because when something happens that you didn't expect in markets, all right, it's not that it just like goes sideways for a long time and then drops 2% and it makes you wait like 5 months. It doesn't do that. The markets don't do that. Okay, so let me draw that. Okay, so let me just show you. For example, let's go to the Bitcoin price chart so you can see. Okay, so people who are new to markets, they see this as a possible scenario. They go, well, everyone hopes for an up recovery, right? But they go, but what if instead of the up recovery, what if something that you don't expect happens? And what they'll usually draw is they'll go, well, you know, we could like go up and just go fake out, and we'll go like sideways for a very, very, very long time, and it just weeds everyone out, and then you have like this little 3%, you know what I mean? And then you eventually go up. Okay, that's what people like draw. That's what people think in their mind. But I know markets, man, and they don't do that. Okay, and this is what they do instead. Okay, because everyone's expecting up, if it really wants to screw you, it doesn't just go like 2% down for a range. What it does is it goes bang. That's what it does. Okay, it literally does that. It just crashes into oblivion. Okay, it does like a big red kick in the nuts. Big fat red monthly candle. All right, I've just seen them time and time again. And look, it doesn't mean we're gonna get that. It can happen at any time. But I'm just letting you know, when you're wrong in markets, it doesn't usually just go, oh, you know, you're kind of wrong. It took like, you know, just a few months later. No. It's everybody's caught that one way. Everyone's caught that one way. All right. It also happens the opposite side at the bottom of the bear markets. We had the disbelief rally. Everybody's short, and that's just keep chasing Bitcoin higher and higher. Okay. So now you're probably wondering, like, okay, but I mean, what's the big deal if you're just going to hold to it anyway? Here's the big deal. The big deal is, friends, okay, people who, I'm trying to protect you, okay, people who are expecting this, because if everyone tells them, oh, we're definitely going up, but then we get that, what they do is in this midst of this crash is they make the mistake of a lifetime. They literally click everything out. They click everything out. They lose their mind. They just sell. They want to get done with it, and they're just done. Yeah, and people, and I know it doesn't like seem plausible right now. Trust me, they do it. And people don't come out and they don't come back to me and say, hey, I made the mistake of my lifetime. This is what I've done. They don't do that, dude. 1 in 100 people do that. 99% of people, they literally wake up one morning. They go, you know what? Truck this. Chuck everyone. I'm done. F everyone. Fudge this. Fudge that. I'm done. Whatever. I'm clicking sell. I don't look at you. I'm coming back in 6 months. The whole industry's a scam. It's all a scam. I'm out. That's what they say. Okay. And yeah, they come back and they check in 6 months later, they come back and check and they're hoping we're like, you know, down in the pit of Hades, but we're starting to like recover, or we're up higher. Okay. This is how people actually get destroyed. But why do they really get destroyed? That's what I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying to help you, friends. I really am your friend, okay? They got destroyed because nobody ever put it in their head that this could even happen, okay? All they ever said was up only. Up only. It's definitely going to happen. Nothing can ever go wrong or whatever. But also, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of people as well, friends, they're trying to like take advantage of us because they're trying to make it be painted that they do have predictive power, where they're like, oh, I told you, you better sign up to my Bybit leverage exchanging, you know what I mean? Like, I knew what was coming. Okay, so we're not about that here whatsoever. Leverage trading is obviously very, very evil. You're going to get destroyed. It's all rigged against you. You got to go on chain where the real edge is, okay? That's ultimately what it comes down to, friends. So if you want to know, like, what are you waiting for? But look, I know we're waiting for the Russell, but like, I'll put my hand on the Bible and tell you this. Nothing outside of the ordinary has happened so far in the 4-year cycle. Nothing. Literally nothing. You go, oh, Bitcoin tapped the new high. No one cares about that little price deviation bullshit, okay? We're exactly where we should be, okay? See, I get how people get confused because they're always living in the moment. And they go, oh, in this moment today, they were up here, right? In this very, very moment, Bitcoin is $73,000. Friends, do you remember I was literally up here, okay? I was up here. And everyone was talking about 90 or 100K. I'm just saying, like, okay, guys, I know Bitcoin spot ETF. Yes, it's still a Trojan horse to me. We had some surprise upside price action. I was saying, man, I go, we could have topped out right now. We don't know. We just don't know. All right, look, we've gone sideways for freaking how long? Look, this is wild, by the way. Look at this. We have gone sideways, friends, from the bottom of that. Wow, 130 days. This is from Feb. 6 months sideways. That's what markets do, but that's what markets do. Reward you with sometimes an upside drift, and then they just go sideways for a long time, okay? Now, according to that magical 4-year cycle, I have this box of friendship, right? When is retail due to arrive? Somewhere here. September, and I put as late as May. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping somewhere in this zone, the Russell breaks the tie and expands and kicks us off. Hoping, man. So it is just hope. We don't know. We don't know if it's going to play out. If you want to know, not to scare you as well, there was one time where this exact same setup happened, where basically there was only one index that couldn't make a high, and it was a zombie virus. And that was pretty much it. During this time period, okay, this is 2020. During this time period, the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and everything had made a new high. The Russell hadn't, or pretty much one of them hadn't, and bang, just showing you that the market was still weak. Okay, it's still in range mode. That's what's pretty much, I've got to stress to you that it doesn't mean if the Russell's not making a new high, okay, it doesn't mean we're weak. It just means, oh, we aren't expanding yet. And you know that, right? By the way, do you even need to be told that? You can see it around you. Where are the new people? There are no new people. Okay, everybody is now stacked in Soylana, and they're praying that Sol ETH does another 10 to 20x from here, because they're listening to all the main talking points. And I've already made videos just to show you, man, like what's coming later, friends. There's YouTubers have already done polls. 50% of their audience is stacked in Sol. 50%. So, like I said, because that happens doesn't mean a crash comes. I'm just telling you, man. Like, all the suckers who you wanted in are now in. Like, just imagine this. Wouldn't you want 50% of the entire industry in a poll, putting a poll in your coin? Imagine PulseChain. Imagine they polled what coin do you think is going to make it in crypto, and they polled like the biggest YouTube channels, and 50% of them said PulseChain. You'd be thinking, oh wow, they're all in. Wow, they're literally, we finally got them in, right? That's the mindset you're going to have. It's a seesaw. So that's the most important part. You want to be front running the crowd. Now a big part. So now that 50% of people are in, okay, compared to the other coins, what are you aiming for at this point? 70%? 90%? Right? Look at the risk you're taking, right? So you're with like half these people, all these suckers, non-believers, and now you're hoping that they all get rewarded with you to get the final suckers out here. Kind of makes you think though, right? You just had a 5-month up-only season for Soylana. If that didn't make people come in, what's it going to take? It's going to take, there's literally nothing else that could be happening at that point, okay? Because everybody's stuck in their own sticky network effects. That's what it comes down to. Now, friends, I'm also going to play some nice gentle angel music just because Fred J. Powell, he basically made some comments here. It's funny. Some people say it's bearish. I'm telling you why it's actually bullish. He basically said the data, and he does say the data. All right, he's a data boy, not a data boy. The data does not support greater confidence that inflation is coming down enough to cut the rates. Okay, that's what he said. And so people are thinking, oh, no, that's bad. Not going to cut the rates. No, friends. As we've all seen, the thousands of charts, rate cuts are bearish, right? Because the Fed's lagging and the Fed is slow, right? So when they cut rates, things are starting to roll over, and we've already had a motion that's been set, okay? But I've actually got the Fed Watch tool here for us, so we can see the rates, right? This is like a rate change, this is rate hold, right? No change here. What you can do is see up the top up here, friends, you can actually change the tabs to see their next FOMC meetings, sorry, FOMC, not FOMC, FOMC. See, in September meeting, okay, 74% chance of a rate cut, still, after his comments, okay? So 75% chance he's going to do like one rate cut. What about November, okay? If you do November, another 85% chance of a cut. So obviously they're very, very slow, but yeah, and then 100% chance of an easing by December 2024. So look, don't ever trust these, okay? Because chaotic, spooky events come out, and then they make the market shock its way to like reprice stuff differently, okay? So you never know what can happen. It could be explosion somewhere. Someone does some evil terrorist attack, whatever it is, okay? You never know. You never know with these. So don't think these things are like perfectly like predicting the future, but it's just telling you that the market knows, hey, it's time to cut soon, man. Like, they know, like, all it's going to take is one prick of the bubble. Something's going to happen. Some sort of uncertainty, some sort of world war event, right? You don't forget, friends, as well. A lot of people, they think, okay, what could possibly slow down the economy? Well, like, I'll just give you one example, friends. Like, what if someone in the Middle East, they just start fighting again and they shoot up the price of oil, and oil spikes up for like 3 months again, and people have to like really cut back with their other spending because they have to pay for oil prices. You know, people got to get to work. Everything pretty much derived from the price of oil, right? What if that happens? If that happens, then they like have to cut fast. They're like, oh crap, man, we got these 3 months of this poopy war. Then they have to settle the war, and there'll be news events coming out. You see what I mean? This is outside of everyone's control. It's actually one of the reasons why America goes out and they seek all this oil stuff, because like they've had all these recessions for decades and decades, all these random events happen where the whole economy is pretty much put down to its knees. Okay, but there's always this random unforeseen shock. It's like friends, literally like an evil hand in the background pulls out something like this. It's like the tether FUD, you know, it's tether FUD or custody FUD or corrupt SEC, whatever it is. Like they pull something out of the hat just to make everyone go nuts again. And just to give you quick updates as well, friends, generally from the crowd, so 95% of everyone's gone already. I don't blame you. No one wants to look at the phone, man. It's red. Everything's poop. What's going on? Okay, it's crap again. But if you have any DCA bullets left, okay, like by this point, I mean, God bless you. But yeah, obviously, if you have DCA bullets coming in, you should be throwing it in hard. But I just don't know what's going to move next, man. No one does. But look, here's the thing, man. Everything moved, friends, in the past 4 to 5 months. They showed life. So even though, of course, a few things like Joe BODEN went up thousands of X's. Right, I'm going to show you a story again soon as well. One guy, unfortunate guy, round-tripped 4.7 million. But yeah, man, like just throwing it out here, for example, like Pika. For example, Pika, friends, down 30%. I've still got the box here. There's many others as well. Like Orange Man, good. It's down to like 1.2 million market cap. You can just see the same thing as well, friends. Same thing as well. You have that box, everything's down 50, 60, 70%. And you know, this is, I'm not joking, if you go back exactly 4 years ago, your friend Sommi here, I was buying up all this stuff while everyone was super depressed, okay? But here's the thing, altcoins is a different game back then, right? You just had DeFi, that's it. You had nothing else before that. Everything else was pretty much a scam or like something that would never pump. You had like XRP, Litecoin, all the other old stuff, okay? So it was a different time. But I can actually show you right now, friends. You can even see it on the chart, right? Even if I showed you, right, Sol BTC, for example, okay? See, it was right here. I remember this period, right? This is literally it. This is where we were. Look at this, 4 years ago, see? This is it. This is Soylana versus Bitcoin. So this is pretty much, this reminds me of this period right now, friends. So where we are right now, look how much it's down. It dropped 89%. That's Soylana as well. So around this period, Bitcoin breaks its all-time high again. Okay, that it just starts snapping up. So we could be in this period right now, okay? But also if you want to see, okay, what was ETH BTC doing around then? You can see around 4 years ago as well. It's around here. See, it's the exact same thing. Remember, all of these were charting against Bitcoin on the ratio. So it starts going down, and look, this was, I don't know what happened. This was one of the most devastating things ever, by the way. Friends, this move made people quit. I'm not joking. This move, friends, you see here, this is when Ranny Boo, he actually tweeted, what if there's never an alt season ever again, man? Right? That's how devastating this move was, because everybody in the industry, we knew DeFi was real. We know there's a use case. There's Aave, there's these unicorns, all these amazing stuff. We know Ethereum's the future. Yet for some reason, right, these scum, subhuman filth scum, piece of trash, virgin pencil necks, soy boys, were dumping the crap out of Ethereum, and it couldn't catch up to Bitcoin. And this was, friends, this went on for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, man. Friends, can you imagine 30 straight days of Ethereum just getting crushed while Bitcoin's breaking the high? And you're just watching this. You're like, bro, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? A lot of people gave up here, friends, by the way. And then, look, it just started going nuts. And that's when, obviously, I got to realize, oh, this industry is just a full scam. Yeah, man, it's a full scam. And that's why, this is why, friends, the sad part is, okay, you know that this devastating part of ETH BTC? Look how high ETH BTC went only. Look how much, this is a whole industry, man. I swear to God, it's one just fudging scam. I swear to God, man. Look how high it goes only. All right, so it gives you all this pain, and all it can do is just come back to an ETH BTC ratio of 0.08, and then it's over. And look, it's still down here. So, yeah, man, it sucks, man. It's the markets, man. Like, I've gone through thousands and thousands of charts. I live through each day, okay? I go through and I put myself in there, and I'm like, if I was in this moment in time, and I had just been literally bitch slapped over and over and over again. What price target do I think I deserve by that point? Okay, that's why, friends, like if you go back to this ETH BTC ratio, yeah, you deserved a lot better, man. That's it. Like, you still do today, okay? This is Bitcoin dominance, but you actually go back to the ETH BTC ratio. Right here, man. You're just thinking, man, you deserve way better than that junk. What is this, bro? What is this? But it is what it is. This is the markets, man. That's markets. That's markets, friends. That it's these things, yeah, they go up over time, but sometimes that's it. There's just a lot of scammers. There's a lot of insiders. It's product market fit, all this complex stuff happening, man. That's why only the strong make it. That's it. Only literally the truest believer makes it. They go, that's it. I'm not getting rid of it at any price. Okay, that's why I'm here to just show you Vitalik. Okay, Vitalik's head. Okay, Vitalik with his chick out here. And look, Ethereum is still down from its ETH BTC high in 2017. It's going to be 8 years without a new high against BTC. So that's exactly what you're looking at right now, friends. That's pretty. This is the chart right now, literally. After all this time, 2,583 days. Okay, he's still down 66%. Ouch. And it's Ethereum, bro. It's Ethereum. It's literally, if you could take just one coin next to Bitcoin, you're like, okay, what is something we can show the world that shows we're not a scam? Duh, it's obviously Ethereum. What's going on, brother? What's going on? So, don't be like too concerned about any of these, friends. We're just showing you that, look, on paper, it looked like you got everything right. Vitalik, giant brain, 4,000 IQ alien. Ethereum, hot bit of innovation. They invented Uniswap, put everything on there. Chainlink hooks up to them first. Everything comes from there, friends. Everything. And then, your ETH BTC ratio, your price is still crushed after 7.5. It's going to be 8 years, man. It's going to be 8 years. So I hope, hopefully one day we do get some sort of flipping, but look how hard it is to get that. That's why think twice, friends, about just holding the wrong coins. That's it. What's the wrong coins? Well, we don't really know. It's just, it's random. We know it's random, man. We know it's random. You know it's random. You know how like unpredictable it is. And speaking of unpredictability, I'm going to show you this story, friends, because this is crazy. Okay, look at this. Here's one milady in here. I finally jeeted all my BODEN at a minus 98%. I round tripped around $4.7 million. BODEN was supposed to go up when Biden loses, but it went down only. I haven't been able to eat or sleep properly. So yeah, this hurts me as well. I think, friends, I've got to play some nice, you know. Just if you're out there, Mr. Milady, you are still my Habibi Albi, okay? Yeah, man, look. Because, friends, this is the funny part. Whenever you can spot a noob, right? You can spot a future victim, a current noob, and a pleb, all in one. When you read replies to something like that, and they all say, I know there's people in this comment section right now saying, they go, "Oh, we'll never round trip that much. What an idiot. Why didn't you just sell at 4.7 million?" They don't get it. They don't know how it works. The mindset to sell at 4.7 million is the same mindset that sells at 400K. Now, here's the thing. You might say, no, but you could have taken that 400K. No. You don't get it either. The mindset to sell at 400K is the same mindset that jeets at 40K. Big difference. Okay? Very tough. So that's what people are saying. Look, here's the thing. They'll always say, well, you know, like, you should have taken out half. You should have done this. You should have done that. Yeah, man. But you know what that person would say to you? You should have bought BODEN. Why didn't you buy BODEN, huh? You know? Why aren't you retired yet? So literally, friends, that's why people, you know, when they point one finger at someone, they literally got 3 fingers pointing back at yourself. Yeah. So for everybody who wants to judge this person, hey, genius, why are you still holding crypto like a bitch, praying that it retires you? Oh, because you didn't buy the coins that went up the most? Why didn't you do a leverage long on Soylana? Why didn't you buy Bonk? Went up 180x. Why didn't you buy DickWifButt? Why didn't you buy BODEN? Why didn't you buy any of these that went up enormous amounts? How come? See, obviously, friends, I'm having fun here, just a joke, obviously, but like tongue in cheek, right? There's also, you know, it's some harsh friendship and like tough love. Yeah, you can play this FOMO game with people in any way you want. You can frame it however you want. Markets are chaotic and random, okay? Also, you know, whenever you hear this next point, people get close to the answer, but they just, the next step when you're watching a mainstream influencer or just anyone else out there, they then screw up on the next part. Because then they'll say, so that's why, boys and girls, you need a plan. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, by the way. A plan. Bro, have you seen people's plans? I've seen them. The plan is, okay, buy low, sell high, and make money. That's their plan. Their plan is, okay, find out what's hot and then follow the trend. That's their plan. It's not a plan, bro. That is, friends, that's literally like, okay, you're a single dude. Okay, what's the plan? I'm going to make the girls like me. What does that mean, bro? Make the girls like you. You know how random that says, okay, I've got a business. What's the plan? My plan is to make money. That's it. That's all you've written on your piece of paper. I'm here to make money. Okay, what's your business? What's your product market fit? Who's your target demographic? See what I mean? So, it's just, see how like basically how it's nonsensical to talk like that. That's why people who've been like basically had our heads between big two ass cheeks of the market and have our heads booty clapped. You're humbled, man. You know how chaotic and random the market is. You know it is, man. You know it is. By the way, BODEN as well. Friends, that's why I'm just telling you, okay, yeah, BODEN, look, yeah, you didn't believe in it here, but guess what? You didn't believe in it anyway, okay? So you literally missed the whole opportunity. You didn't even get the opportunity to round trip it. Most people don't even get that opportunity. It's a luxury to be able to round trip this stuff. So what do you do from this point? Well, look, friends, strategy, most people's strategy sucks. And they're all drawn, I'm sure you realize that by now, right? Like, wait a minute, that's weird. Everybody's strategy says buy low, sell high. Everybody's strategy says don't round trip a lot of money. And everybody's strategy says if you make a lot of money, click everything out and get out. I've even made the polls for you, man. 80% of you say if you hit $1 million in your account, you're clicking sell no matter what and you're walking out. And that's how I know 80% of you are doomed. Straight doomed, right? Straight doomed. You're either going to buckle way before that number or like something's going to go wrong. You're just thinking about that number too much. So that's your round number trap as well, okay? It's a human thing. That's why a lot of people, that's why, friends, we're going to see a lot of like profit taking of Bitcoin around the 100K number. Maybe just stops at 90K, comes back to 70, scares everyone, okay? So, but you're probably wondering like, man, it's not so easy, man. It's literally like, okay, you're a soccer player. What's the strategy? Put the ball in the back of the net. That's it. Score goal. Win game. That's not enough, man. That's not enough. Now, so that's basically, okay, so we've identified, okay, that's no strategy. What about the other end of the spectrum? Friends, it's a delicate balance. So I've just shown you, most people have actually no strategy whatsoever. Then the next, like that's probably like 80% of people. The next 10% of people, they have too much of a strategy. They're not fluid enough. And that is the famous example I used. They're trying to build their portfolio one brick at a time. So they're they're trying to get rich slow, taking profits slowly like this, 2x here, 30% here, like that. And that's why remember I told you thousands of times, when it starts to get good for you to take all your like little 2x shitty, like little joke money profit, it's basically the end of the whole cycle anyway. Then you got to reset again. Okay. So what do you do? Well, here's the thing, man. You're guessing. You have to understand you're guessing. That's it. And friends, yeah, a lot of people, that's it. You have to accept that. Some people are born with it. Some people don't. So that's one thing. But what can we actually do when we're looking at these? Because, man, you're just watching a guy that's round tripped $4.7 million. By the way, if you want to know, like, why did BODEN get absolutely molested so hard when all the mainstream influencers were talking about Joe BODEN up here going to 10 billion? Okay, it was 700 million market cap up here. Why did it then go and drop 96%? Ouch. Someone played the game better than you. Okay, now this guy's an evil son of a bitch, but they played the game. That's it. What was the game they played? Well, there was a wallet up here who had dumped $8 million. One guy. right? You're noticing, wait a minute, how did he dump $8 million? There's only $1 million of liquidity on the bids. Yeah, it was dumping the whole time. They probably handed out tokens to all these other mainstream influencers, keep talking about it. Okay? And they're just selling along the way. And just him and a few other giant wallets. It's pretty sad, right? That's the game, friends. That's the game. Are you playing that game, by the way? I'm not playing the game. See, very few people play that game. Look how lucky it was, by the way. That was a coin that ended up going nuts. You see what I mean? Everyone would love to play that game, by the way. Everybody says, oh, I'll never play that game. I'm honest. No, that load of shit. Look, out of 1,000 coins, yeah, only like 5 are going to be lucky enough to grow that big for the insiders to be able to play that game. So what do you actually do after all of this? What do you actually do? Well, one, you have to accept it is more chaotic and random than you can predict, number one. Number two, my strategy, friends, is, now I don't know why this just came to me. Don't have all the stats to it. Obviously, buy low, sell high, or whatever. My strategy is, okay, this is what I do, okay? I look at my portfolio as one thing, okay? I don't look at my portfolio as like, oh, I have, 10 coins, 3 coins, or this. No. It's one number, okay? It's literally just one number. So you see a lot of you guys, not a lot of you, just there's always a couple of soy boy bitches. There'll be like one angry person. They buy something that goes down and stuff. Yeah, friends, that pisses me off too. But then I get over it after a day or two. And then I remember, okay, I'm looking at that one number, the whole portfolio number. And I'm waiting for Euphoria. That's it. I'm waiting for Euphoria. And I'm waiting for those top signals to start pinging. Maybe those top signals never ping, friends. That's why it's chaotic and random. I don't know if they're ever going to ping. Okay, Coinbase App Store ranking, the famous ones I've made for everyone, right? You're welcome. You're welcome, by the way. 18 hours a day. So I'm waiting for that period of time. And I remember what happened in 2021. There was a period where we were going up, but new people weren't joining the industry. All right. There was an actual period there. And I remember this period. And I can actually take it back to you and show you right here. Okay. It was actually right here. It was around this period, friends. This zone. All right. It was around this zone. And here's the thing. Obviously, this devastating crash happened. And it's pretty much after here, after Bitcoin was down 50% and Alt was down 60%, Kobe and everyone said, yeah, it's pretty much over. They said this. But there was this period here, friends. We're running on fumes. So there was exhaustion in the market pretty much. Okay, that's pretty much what happened. Now, what's exhaustion mean? Well, here we have this November, December. It was this period right here. What's exhaustion mean? Well, like pretty much we had like the 30th Olympus DAO clone. We had all these other Ponzi DeFi yield stuff. Another game, another metaverse. Everyone was like really just tired. You could feel it. And there weren't new people coming in. Okay, but it was just a window of time that this disappeared. Now, here's the thing though. If you go back and check the altcoins at that period of time, you are already down 65 to 70% from the top. So you can't wait for that time. You can't, because yeah, man, imagine you're trying to sell at $1 million, but your portfolio is 600K. Okay, you're waiting for that beautiful $1 million number, and then now you're down to 200K in that exhaustion period. When that happens, you're not clicking out. No one clicks out. Okay, so you actually have to literally start trimming off in Euphoria. Okay, you just start selling off tiny bit. That's all you can do. All right. So your goal isn't really to have this no strategy approach where everyone says, oh, I've got to buy low, sell high. No. But you also don't have a too detailed strategy because you're not fluid enough, okay? That's how I view these things. I view it as there's one number, that's a portfolio, okay? And right now, you got no stable coins, okay? But at some point, friends, you're going to have to fornicate with stable coins during the Euphoria. And obviously, I think having stablecoins right now is the wrong move. But at some point, having 0% stablecoin exposure will be a very dangerous mindset. We don't know what the right portfolio thing's going to be. I can tell you right now, though, going 50-50 is never a bad idea, right? Because you win no matter what, pretty much. That's what we're going to try to be working towards, okay? So you have this number, and you're just counting your stable coins. Right now, there's 0, okay? And then eventually, though, you're going to have to increase the number of stable coins you have as time goes on, okay? So that's how I look at it. Look at a different way of the market. Remember, I'm not putting stress on like, oh, you didn't buy BODEN coin. This thing went up 1,000x. You didn't get in, man. You know, it's too hard to get that, friends. It's too hard to get that, okay? You never, like everyone thinks, you've seen it by now, man. Look how random it is, okay? Look how random it is. It's pretty much wherever you land, wherever the cookie crumbles, you're going to end up going wherever that's it. It's like whichever network effect that ends up dragging you in, whatever your friends get you in, how early you buy, and it's all coming up to fate by that point, okay? So now you've learned something different now. But also, friends, of course, like during those moments of time when people are supposed to take profit, they don't. They don't anyway. You know they don't. You know they don't, right? Look what just happened in Soylana. I made thousands of videos saying, bro, whatever pumps in the Bitcoin halving gear, the Soylana season, there's a very low chance it's going to be fun in the final alt season wave number 1. No one's listening. No one's listening. You know why? I know I'm watching the same videos they're watching. 1.5 hours of Raoul Powell on Crypto Banter saying, yeah, Solana's got adoption. We basically won. It's going to crush it. Everything else is going to do well, but we've definitely won this one. You know what I mean? Like, I saw it. It's exactly like the DeFi thing. Okay. So it is what it is, friends. That's why a lot of it is genetic, skill, fate, whatever it is. Okay. You can't talk people in and out of stuff most of this time, but that's the failsafe button. I've given you the failsafe button. Everything else just seems like random to me. You know, whether someone bings something, gets in somewhere, bridges into a chain early. That's pretty much it. Okay. It comes down to that final euphoria wave. That's your failsafe button. Your failsafe button is probably me going to be at least saying to some point, hey man, you shouldn't have 0% stablecoin allocation right now. You shouldn't, right? It should be like at least 25%, right? That's the type of mentality we're going to start to have, right? And I really do think we're going to get some extreme euphoria, because if Davey Soy Hoffman was so obviously crying at the bottom, we'll see what happens at the top. Like, subscribe, Billy, but no, catch you soon.